York City, making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Our game tonight featuring the Chicago Bulls as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of...
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the three, the small forward. And for the Nets, Durant plays the four with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the two-guard spot. Here's Porter. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Here's the pass to LeVert. The 8-footer. And that one hits back iron. Here's Porter. Good work there as it goes. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Here's Irving. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
No fault with the defense there. Sometimes Irving is just too much and too good, even from in close.
Markkanen passes to Levine. And it's sent back by KD. LeVert against Porter. A nice shot by LeVert.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it. Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
It's White on the wing. He's covered by Irving. White the pass to Carter. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And it's Carter missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And KD throws it down.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 4. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Nets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And that one falls for Carter.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Carter hits them both. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Pass to LeVert. Outside Irving. beyond the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Over in the corner, White. And again, no good by Chicago. The Nets with the lead. On the wing, Irving. White covering. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area. Boy, it's no secret that LaVine has outstanding athleticism and explosiveness. He can throw it down with ease and with the best of them.
Here's Durant. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. KD's got 6.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And White kicks to LaVine. LeVert against Porter. Markkanen with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
Dinwiddie against Dunn. Jordan inside. Prince trying to free himself up. And Jordan gets it to go.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Back to Dunn. Satoransky looking around. Kicks to LaVine. There's the 3. But they get it back. Dunn outside. Pass to LaVine. Over Prince. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Here's Prince, and he comes up with the deuce.
You know, Prince is far from just a shooter and penetrator, folks. I mean, this guy's got a nice feel for how to play inside, too.
Here's LaVine. And Young kicks to LaVine. Drills the three-pointer. LaVine's got 12 in the game.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Harris outside. Prince against Young. Jordan trying to free himself up. Prince's shot is good. And the Nets lead by 1.
Prince not one to back down from a challenge. Even when you contest his shot, he's going to still concentrate and get it up and down.
Young inside. Guarded by Prince. Here's Luwawu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Levine. No good. Shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Young. Denzel Valentine comes in for Levine, and it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky. Here's Harrison. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Valentine for three. They grabbed their own miss. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Cornette passes to Hutchison. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Prince outside. Passes it to Jordan. 4 seconds left. Here's Harris, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, you know, not normally the guy you see crashing the boards there, but Harris giving some extra effort on the rebound.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Nets lead by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Back to Harris. In the corner, Irving with it. Harris passes to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Prince has got 6 points.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
Here's Dunn. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's LeVert in for Luwawu. And Chicago also making a switch. Markkanen's checked in. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the two teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the two teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's Kobe White in for Dunn. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Markkanen finds Porter. And he makes good on the layup. Porter's got 6 points.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
White against Irving. Durant trying to break free. Irving, good.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
White looking around, and White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Nets leading by 6.
The thing that really separates White is the quickness, whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens. He's very difficult to stay connected to defensively.
A nice shot by KD.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
White softly drops in the floater. White's got 4 points now in the quarter. And last year, Greg, we saw White get more comfortable in the offense as the season went on.
You know, more scorer than a playmaker at this point. Drafted 7th overall because he has the potential to do both. If he can add strength and cut back on the turnovers, he's going to be a very good player for a long time.
Bulls trail by 8. And White kicks to Markkanen. Back to White. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. Chicago also making some changes. Young's checked in for Markkanen, and Satoransky's subbed in for Harrison. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Shot from 12. Nice jump shot. Good. Durant's got 14.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's White. That one good for 2.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Irving with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Now Kevin Durant. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
You know, he started the game knocking down shots, guys, and now in the second quarter, he's taking it to another level.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Durant down low. He's against Young, and then Allen slams it in.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Bulls trail by 10. Now Satoransky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Porter against LeVert. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pulls up for three. And it's KD with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 8. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No easy way to hold KD down. He's slick, he's slippery, he's smooth with the ball. That's why he draws fouls.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Irving. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Dunn, he's checked in for Satoransky. Nets leading by 11. The pass to Prince. Durant feeling it out a bit. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Stolen by Durant. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 15.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, with platinum level all-around skills, Durant can pretty much score at will.
59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Dunn passes to Cornette. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Prince. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well.
And that one falls for Prince.
Yeah,
a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Here's Valentine. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Bulls trail by 16. Levine deciding where to go with it. Pass to Cornette. Three-pointer. They get it back. Back to Levine. The shot's good.
You know, he wants to be more aggressive from there. I like watching Levine work the mid-range game into his game.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Nets leading by 14. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that others.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 12 assists, and 1 block. He was on the fringes in their last game. Tonight, he's been the centerpiece. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, it's inspiring to watch Kevin Durant play. Coming back from an Achilles, and he hasn't lost a step. He has this team right where it needs to be.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them. But I point to their weak inside defense more than anything else. They didn't protect the rim at all, and it's cost them, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.